Journalists play an irreplaceable role. They are the guardians of truth, shedding light on issues that threaten our planet, from climate change to biodiversity loss and air pollution. Investigative reporting empowers us with the knowledge to take decisive action.
This year's commemorations come at a time when the region is battling with gruesome environmental challenges, including human-wildlife conflict, illegal mining and deforestation, environmental factors that require close scrutiny by the media.
SADC has put in place environment and climate change programs that seek to facilitate implementation of the Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan, RISDP, Africa Agenda 2063 and Sustainable Development Goals. It urges journalists to report on environmental issues accurately and comprehensively by providing the public with necessary information and context to understand the complexities of environmental challenges and explore viable sustainable solutions thereof. Most critically, it compels African media to leverage on its influence to raise awareness and reshape narratives about the continent to foster collective efforts towards environmental conservation and sustainability.
The climate challenge is also a journalistic and informational challenge. No effective climate action is possible without access to free and reliable scientific information.
I call upon editors and media managers to take environmental issues seriously and start encouraging reporters to write more on environment, as climate change doesn't know borders.
These journalists and media organizations also engaged on emerging trends, progress on SDGs, as well as Media Lawyers Network in Southern Africa. Tlotla Matlabapiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
Still with commemoration of World Press Freedom Day, journalists have been encouraged to increase their coverage on issues affecting environmental conservation in Botswana. This was highlighted by the Deputy Permanent Secretary for State President, Mr. Oshinka Tsiang, during the recently held MISA panel discussion in Gaborone as part of the World Commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. Refile Mutibe reports.
When emphasizing on the significance of engaging journalists, Mr. Tsiang added that they play a crucial role in raising awareness, educating the public, shaping the public opinion, as well as holding the right personnel accountable for their actions related to the environment. This panel discussion is expected to address issues related to the environment issues and also help the media disseminate the relevant information.
It is very, very critical that government must play a role in ensuring that media actually, first of all, as an institution, actually grows, actually is sustained. So, government must play a role in supporting the media in terms of issues of environmental reporting, in terms of looking at the environment as a critical area of conversation.
Journalism should bring all these issues, whether it's climate change, whether it is drought, those stories should be out there and they should be right and they should be clear and straightforward.
The media has been tasked to enhance their reporting by engaging with local universities in gathering research information on issues related to the environment and advocate for policy change in Botswana.
So we are faced with several environmental challenges, which include, among other, climate change, land degradation, biodiversity loss, water scarcity, and human-wildlife conflict. What we are also saying is that we have the media playing a very critical role in assisting us report on these issues. They are able to get results from the experts and get them to the last person on the ground.
Environment kana ke yone mo gompieno e leng gore ke yone e ntshang dijo go so go botlhokwa gore mme ga digang a ithute gore tota loapi kana kgotlosego ya loapi e ka affecta jang production, e ka affecta yang economy gore a kgone gore a thuse batswana ba ileng gore ba go gae ga ba tlhaloganye digang tsa mohutao for the country to prosper beyond 2024.
The government engagement with the media is hoped to form a long-lasting relationship and building public support for environmental protection measures. Rifilo Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
The acting president, Mr. Slamba Sogwane, says the accident that claimed the lives of 45 Botswana pilgrims in South Africa has united the country in shared grief. He highlighted that it is this sense of unity that has inspired Botswana farmers to donate cows to help families with funeral proceedings. Mr. Sogwane shared this at the morning's mass funeral service at Monepolole Stadium. Solofelo Tombale compiled this one.
During the Easter period, Botswana awoke to the news that 45 of their own from Monepolole, on a pilgrimage in South Africa, were involved in a fatal road accident that claimed all their lives, leaving only an 8-year-old child as a survivor. The tragedy has united Botswana in concern for the families, including President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi. At the mass funeral service for the victims, it emerged that it has led many to donate what they can to assist.
Botswana, His Excellency the President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi has joined many Botswana, including churches, institutions, and individuals, by donating cows, about 11, that is from all of them, to assist the bereaved families during the funeral.
Ekare modimo ka re boloka a re sireletsa re le morahi wa bakwena re le Batswana gore siru se se re wetseng se re bopaganye go gaisana go tsotlhe mathata a re araletse mo gompienong a re tshwaragane re nne meno makitla re le bakwena re le Batswana.
Different speakers shared messages of condolences, including pastors with benedictions to console the families.
Ke rata gore ke bue mantswe ha ile gore ke anela gape segolo bogolo bao ba ba tsamaetseng gore lekwalo Paulo o bua jana o bua le bagolo ba ka Efeso a re ba kaula moe ke lo nela mo moreneng ke lo nela mo lehokong la bopelo thomogi ja gagwe yo nonohileng go le yaga le go le naya boswa
tsotlhe di itsewe ke modimo re ne re sa itse sepe rona mme se se re itumedisang ke gone gore tšhaba e ya modimo e ne mo le mo leetong la modimo go rapela ene modimo wa gompieno re mo kopang gore a ba amogele re mo kopang gore a he kgomotso e heleletseng mo go ba ba malapa a amegileng.
The acting president also praised the cooperation displayed by the church the majority of victims belong to, the St. Echenas ZCC, the government and the families in laying them to rest. Solofela Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
Botswana's High Commissioner to South Africa, Dr. Sanji Monageng, has commended South African authorities for their support in ensuring the smooth repatriation of the mortal remains of 45 ZCC members who passed away while on pilgrimage in South Africa during the Easter holidays. Dr. Monageng was speaking this morning in Monepolole. Kilokelo Tsumanakai compiled this report.
A total of 32 women and 13 men tragically perished during the Limpopo bus crash over the Easter holidays. The support accorded the Botswana government by the South African counterparts via the team led by the Limpopo Health Meg, Dr. Poppy, is said to be noteworthy as they provided timely and comprehensive reports about details of the accident, which are said to have immensely assisted in ensuring the repatriation process is as smooth as possible.
The matter of the accident was given maximum priority. When the process of identification commenced, both Botswana and South African authorities were fully engaged, and the process was carried out, Your Honor, with utmost diligence. A series of meetings were held between the two teams, including my office in Pretoria, further guaranteeing that the DNA tests and fingerprint identifications and other scientific processes were jointly undertaken.
Re lebogela ka puso ya Afrika Borwa e ne ya itaba ka teng gore ba dokele go re thusa go dira tsotlhe tse di tlhokagalang gore batsadi ba ba rona ba helele ba le halo.
South Africans shared in on Botswana's pain and honored the memories of the departed as they were led to their final resting place.
Allow me, on behalf of His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, the government and the people of South Africa, to convey our condolences to you and to the nation of the Botswana people, the bereaved families, the friends and the relatives, to the government and also all of you who are here. Their lives have been a dream of hope and happiness to humanity. Ke rata ka o bunisetsa ke re dikeledi tsa lona ke tsa rona re le maAfrika Borwa. Batswana ba re fifing go tshwarana ka dikobo.
Two presidents, you have displayed acts of genuine love, and we believe that in many ways than one, you have eased pain and brought hope to many.
The pilgrims are finally laid to rest, and the government plans to continue offering enough support to families for speedy healing and closure. 4 funeral proceedings took place for the 44 ZCC pilgrims in Molapolole and 1 Eloi member who was the driver of the bus sent off in Tamaga. Gilekelezwe, Somulekai, BTV News.
Minister for State President Mr. Kabo Moraing said even though victims of Limpopo bus crash have been laid to rest, government will continue to provide bereaved families with counseling services. The minister also gave a word of appreciation to all those who took part in the funeral proceedings.
Counseling ga ya ema go a go tswela go ntse go counselwa batho ibile engwe e tsentswe mo maranyaneng gore ba ileng gore ba tlhoka gore ba counselwe online ba counselwe ka maharatlhatlha megala e tla be ile teng e leng gore ba ga rona ba tlo ba ntse ba thusiwa ka bokhutshwane mosepelo wa rona wa puso le ba ga rona ga o helele hano re tla tswela ka counseling puso e thusa ka ga ka kgonang ka teng ka ga seemo se ntseng ka teng mme ke leboga bakwena ke leboga kgosi gare le morago wa gagwe ke leboga baagisanyi ba rona ke leboga puso ba dikereke tse di harologanyeng ka ga tiro e tsweletseng ka teng e ntseng ka teng.
Well, on the other news, the acting president, Mr. Slamba Tsokwane, says Botswana has a rich culture that can be explored for economic development. He reiterated that it is crucial that research and documentation of this culture be done to help in the formulation of policies that will allow Botswana to benefit from their heritage. The acting president made the remarks at the Kawa June Challenge Cultural Night in Kawa Village.
Botswana have a rich and diverse culture of song and dance, and this cultural night showcases the unique artistic culture of the people of Kalahari South. This is an aspect of culture that the acting president says Botswana are not leveraging on enough, hence calling for local research and documentation of indigenous culture.
Ile dipatiso tse re di dirang re tshwanetse re le rona re le Batswana jaanong rata ka dipatiso tsa rona gore re thabolole matshelo a rona re seka mananeo a rona re setse dipatiso morago goromente o ntshitse letole la research le re tshwanetse gore Motswana mongwe le mongwe a itite ka thupana a bone gore o dira research
re itemogela gore gonna teng ga khawa go tisa go tsosolosa itsholelo re ne ra kgona go kgobokanya madi a ka tshwarang 12 million go tswa le ga o ithata le gone go sireletsa diphologolo ke bone ba ba tshwere makgabisanaga a lehatshe la Botswana.
An event of this magnitude is testament to what cooperation between stakeholders can deliver.
Re lebelle ko re tswang teng re lebelle gone gore re kaiwa ka eng me se sentseng se supiwa ga ke bana ba rona ga mmogo le digroup tse di tla latelang ga mmogo le mebino e mengwe kana tseo ke tsone tse le gore di re ka re le Batswana di re harologanya le ditšhaba tse dingwe
gore be le tlileha le tle go itumela e bile re a lemoga gore moletlo o mo kawao o gola ngwaga le ngwaga.
Kwesi Manyoro says the growth of the Kawajun Challenge calls for more developments into the village.
Batho ba le bantsi ba tla kwano ke le ke bona ba bangwe ba dile ka dikara me senya dikara tsa batho tota yone tlhoka skuntere tota ga itlhokomelwe sentle.
The Kawajun Challenge is one of the country's crowd-pulling events, not only promoting cultural heritage but also resuscitating the economy of the area.
You're watching BTV News. Thank you for staying with us. Now, moving on, Karakubi's residents have been implored to register for government programs that are meant to improve their lives. This plea was made by the Member of Parliament for Khanti South, Mr. Motsamai, when addressing a quarterly meeting in the village recently. Residents were implored to sign up for Temolotlotlo, Tuolotlotlo and Chema Chema, as well as other programs geared towards uplifting the youth. Angela Enosa.
Karakubis is a village a little over 60 kilometers from Charles Hill in the Charles Hill district. The residents make a living from rearing livestock and plowing fields, but unemployment, especially amongst the youth, is very common in this village. At a quarterly meeting addressed by the area MP, the residents aired their concerns.
At least re re itumela gore ka go ise ga ntšwa mo teng o tsentse mo teng mme bile la hala go ema batho ba le 5 ba le 10 ba le 16 ba le 17 mo ka khubisa ba tla ba mole mo teng ke go mo re sentse re go lebogele.
MP Motsamai says the various initiatives geared towards improving lives need to be taken advantage of.
Akele aba gaetso ga ke a tshwanna go lebega ke le mo parlamento ke kganelang batho go tsa mananeo a puso e boele go ra gore nako le nako batho ba tletse mo line ya boipelego ba kopa mophako batho ba motakase ba bua kgapetsa gore ba batla go tsenyetsa motakase mo malapeng batho ba Karakubise ya makadi na lo iteke lo apply le motakase go tenkwa mahala le nana le lengwe ke la chema le letse le tsena maabane le le re lebeng dio tse di ka busa madi ka bonako le gona go busa madi go tawa o tsaya o itekanya morwalo wa gore o ka kgona go duela mo lebakeng la 6 months batho ba rekisang di sweets batho ba rekisang bo magwinya batho ba rekisang bo di airtime batho ba ile gore ba batla go ikitsa ko morago a re le ke go bona gore rona mo lenaneo le ba gaetso re ka tsana ha.
On other issues, the course revealed the barrow pit in the village is proving to be an eyesore.
Metsa Karakubise ga khaka where 15 meters ya lo bua tshwa ya le hutila teng le tsotsena metsi go tlase go shupa gore le gauhile metse me le shwelo khelitswa go tsaba go le ha
wa le tlelesega gore matakala a makwetona ne go thupiwa dikago aka ka ba di baro pitia tse ga bo go tshelwa mmu go itsa gona gore metsi kana e le mo teng se re sa tsile tseleng ke matakala a mangwe go nteng ga ya no ga re go sekwa gore mme gone ke matakala a ntseng jang.
The residents were further encouraged to share thoughts on how their lives can be improved, which can inform legislatures on the initiatives that can be pursued to improve lives. Angela Enosa, BTV News, Karakubis.
The Member of Parliament for Boteti East and Assistant Minister of Health, Mr. Setomo Letisizwe, has encouraged young people who participated in a youth empowerment skills sharing workshop to utilize the skills acquired to generate income. Mr. Letisizwe made these remarks during the graduation ceremony of the workshop organized by Walk of Hope, which included training in baking and tailoring in Letlhakane.
A total of 27 youth from Mea, Mohokobilo Makhaba, Musu and Matsumu took part in the skills transfer workshop. Mr. Latisitswe urged the participants to leverage the skills gained to create sustainable livelihoods.
Le lona le supa gore dilo ka bontsi le tsile ha le sa di itse me gompie ko la di itse ke dio tse le tholang le bona di dirwa hela mo malapeng tsatsi eno le boela ko magaeng e le gore dio tse jaanong di a go dirwa ke lona bangwe ba tabe ba lebeletse lona ke gore jaanong le go se dirisa go tsena mo matshelo go hetola matshelo a lona
ba walk of hope re le leboga thata ka gore le re thusitse kana bana ba le bone ke bangwe ba le gore ne ba applyile go counseling mme rona re ne re na le budget e nyenyane ya go train.
The workshop also aimed to empower young women to achieve financial independence, addressing challenges such as gender-based violence prevalent in the area.
e be re thelele gore GBV e amile hela e go godimo hela thata mo kgaolong ye kwa e be re re nyame anong ga se gore ka gore re dirile go le go ntsi ko le tlhakeng re dirile go le go ntsi ko mo lepolole a ga se gore anong re tleka kwano mme re tsile ba gaetso go mo go lona gore a le ra amogetse.
So issues of gender based violence, key issues of national concern. And really the stakeholder, re rata thata go ka tsenya letsogo to try and address those issues.
Re itemogetse gore go kgontsho ye gore e nne e tswelele hela e sa eme ke go tlhoka financial strength. Rona ra go ruta gore ha o tswa ha o kgone go ikemela ka dinao yanong o nne le financial freedom. That's what we are fighting for.
Participants expressed appreciation for the skills acquired, noting the positive impact they will have on their lives.
Gape le gore o ikitse gore o mang. Re tlola go tsamaya hela o sa itse gore o mang. Ke a le rotloetsa gore la go itshetsa le itshetsa le bana ba lona. Gompe go thata gona ditiro.
Ke ba rata mo go masha ebile ke a ba leboga ebile ke a ba lemoga. Ba nthutile tota go le gontsi mo e ka reng ke le bolela gompieno gore ke dirileng e le leng be le ha khamala.
The young people were further encouraged to explore government programs like Chema to access funds for starting their own businesses. Sebastian Tebogo, BTV News, Letlhakane.
Letlhakane Police Station Commander Superintendent Michael Mapepu has expressed concern about the increase in crime rate in Phase 1 of Letlhakane. During a quarter meeting at Phase 1, Superintendent Mapepu highlighted that Phase 1 is leading other areas in the Boteti East constituency in crimes such as rape and murder.
Over the past 2 years, Phase 1 Letlhakane has seen a rise in criminal cases, particularly in murder and rape. In 2022 alone, the ward recorded 90 rape cases and 5 murder cases. This increase in serious crimes has raised the alarm among the police, prompting them to engage with Phase 1 residents in a quarter meeting to address these issues and seek lasting solutions.
Mo Letlhakane mo kgaolo ye yotlhe ya le Boteti East. Ngwaga ono heta ba gaetso. Re nile le rape di le 90. Motso wa rona wa Phase 1 wa countela di le 45. Rana le dipolao ne di le 11 di le kana le tsele mme 6 o na tswa mo Phase 1 ha gota mo borukhuting rona mo Phase 1 re nna re gaisa mme re gaisa ka dio tse e leng gore ga se tsone ke be ke ta ke tsana ngwaga o ne wa 2024 ba gaetso rape di 44 Phase 1 eno se tsa maka 23 dipolao dipedi tsotlhe ke tsa Phase 1 batho ga ba ise ba boloka ke re laitse re na le batho ba re sentse re ba boloke weekend yone.
Residents of Phase 1 attribute the rise in crimes to squatters in the area.
Aleni bodi ba kile ba siana le mokhukhunyana ame ho go tsewa di measurement go tenya re tata le gompieno e bile ke thobogile tota bua maruri ba ga go ipa go letelele mme hela ra thoka
kopa tswetswe gore maipahela a khankhamolwe ke hona a khankhamolwe le nna ke boelo ko mmea
tsatsi jano Mr. Mapepu ke kopa o nthome ke tsamaye dipoto tse tsothe ke tabe ke na le bone ba nne ba Letlhakane Phase 1 ra go emisa bojala tseno yo bo dirileng ka dikgoka kana reng re ta go bitsa.
The village leadership has called for action from residents to address these challenges and restore peace and order in Phase 1.
Le tshwanetse o itse gore motho e leng gore ile atile go nwa bujalwa mo lwapeng la gagwe a golagadiwa o ka go sekisa
mme ka le promisa kgosi le ramapodisa le raboipelego dikgotsi di le hano le botsadi bolega gore re ta mo Phase 1 re tata re ba ntsha bo maipahela ba leng hano.
Following the meeting, residents are urged to reflect on their behavior and take proactive steps to ensure the safety and security of the community. Svet Ntebogo, BTV News, Letlhakane.
The mayor of Francistown, Mr. Godisa Radisigo, states the construction of the new primary school in Gerald Estate is progressing well as it stands at 80% completion. Addressing a media briefing, the city mayor says the project, which entails the construction of academic blocks and staff houses, will be completed at the beginning of August this year. Bethany Mando has more.
The construction of the new Gerald Primary School is part of the city's infrastructure development efforts to bring services closer to the growing population of Francistown, particularly towards Gerald Estate Ward.
There's two projects, Betsu. They created the already 241 for our local people. Maybe the Madia Nora Dirisomo, this project. 74,310,559 tebe. So the school, after completion, it will ease enrollment pressure on the existing schools and subsequently improve maduo abanabarona.
In other city development, the council has made strides in promoting public-private partnership, including the construction of the Nyangabwe recreational facility along the A1 road heading towards Zimbabwe.
So this project entails development of 2 five-a-side pitches, picnic area, retail shop, fuel station, multi-purpose hall, and amusement park. It was mostly recreational. We are happy another developer May, part of the facility that we simulate who receive. And the whole project is expected to generate a total of 65 employment opportunities. Operator.
Mr. Radisigo also shared that they have installed solar street lights in Francistown South and East constituencies, with plans to expand to Francistown West in the not-so-distant future.
So this particular project, the solar street light, we are anticipating already to create employment. Our artisans, Botswana 331, and the material order what the solar street lights with Roreka locally. No came what you tell what to mo motropo ya rona ele maite kwa gore leke go oketsa safety mo our streets and also to cut the costs.
These developments are expected to enhance the city's aesthetics, create job opportunities, and attract investors. Bethany Mando, BTV News, Francistown.
Well, that is the news. Jose Juanque on standby to take you through the world of sport. Jose, take it over.
Oh, yes. Let me thank you, Olibile, and greetings to you all. I'm Jose Juanque bringing to you Botswana Tonight sports news. And with that, let's get straight into the sports. The Minister of Lands and Water Affairs, Sekifense Muzulina, has applauded Botswana Karate Association and various stakeholders for their commitment to elevate the sport of karate. When officially opening Gaborone Open International Karate Championship today in Gaborone, Muzulina highlighted that championships like these give athletes international exposure. The one-day championship attracted athletes from 5 countries.
I urge you to strive for excellence and compete with honor, integrity, and great sportsmanship, knowing that true victory lies not only in winning medals, but also in upholding the values of respect and fair play. Karate is not just a physical endeavor, it is a journey of self-discovery and personal growth and discipline. As a psychologist, I am acutely aware of the profound impact of emotional resilience and psychological well-being in terms of athletic performance. Therefore, I encourage all athletes to prioritize their mental health and well-being as they strive for success, both on and off the mat. As we gather here today, let us celebrate the diversity of talent and the unity of purpose that define the sport of karate. Regardless of the outcome of the matches, let us remember that the true essence of karate lies in the friendships forged, the lessons learned, and the memories created along the way.
And now into basketball. Mustang basketball team defeated Botswana Basketball Club 77-75 in the Botswana Basketball Association Southern Division 2 Week 6 League match played at Baisago University in Gaborone. Kagiso Molelekwa and Bamele Bukuma compiled the report.
The Extension 12 white outfit Mustang showed hunger from the beginning when they overpowered their opponents, winning the first quarter 29-10. Mustang continued with their brilliant display, scoring 17 more baskets to lead 46-33 at halftime break. Seeing that they were looking behind, Leroux Misenyan's team, Botswana University, started that quarter on a high note and took the game to Mustang, scoring 22 baskets. However, Mustang's experience enabled them to finish the quarter by 62 to 55 baskets. Both continued with their grand fight in the final quarter, scoring 20 more baskets, but it was little too late to reverse the score sheet as Mustang emerged winners by a difference of 2 baskets.
I think in the first quarter we wanted to play the man, and then I realized the man is not working for us. Let's get back to playing zone defense. That's how we managed to maintain them. And now they started to fumble because they didn't have numbers, and then we started to attack them. Our fourth quarter, we started to panic. We had possession of the game, which we wanted to win desperately. I mean, I think boys are coming up okay. It's only that we lost that game, but that was one of the games that we needed to win.
We had them in the first half. We had just had enough to focus in the second half, but it's something we deal with because in the losing game, it's not that the losing game can much. The losing game can much. Up we need numbers. There's no numbers. We only had 5 players and 3 players already went foul. So I think that's why we had to now what they were executing on that. That's why they had that advantage. But overall it was a good game.
In another match played on Friday, Spartans won by 64 to 57 against Elite Academy. Kagiso Molelekwa, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
Tataone Nkwapa's only goal of the match ensured that UB Hawks continued with their sterling performance in the Orange FA Cup as they edged out Police 11 1-0 in a quarter-final game played at the National Stadium this afternoon. The Basco boys' win means that they remain the only lower division side left in the competition and have already outdone themselves considering that they only started playing in the first division this season.
To expect from Police. Likely we know a lot about them, how they play, and in terms of anticipation there were no surprises because they played exactly the way we have imagined. As much as we knew there were moments where we struggled, overall we did very well. I'm happy for the players, I'm happy for the team, and
Meanwhile, in another quarter-final match played at Obert Idani Chulme Stadium in Francistown this afternoon, Tafik, who also got promotion to the top flight league this season, also booked themselves a place in the semi-final after defeating Soa Flamingos 1-0. Unkabesi Makantai scored the solitary goal in the 70th minute of the second half. The Francistown lads are currently sitting in position 5 in the Botswana Premier League log standings with 32 points.
My first game in charge of Tafik, and it was a roller coaster moment because just on Monday I parted ways with Matabele, and on Tuesday I'm in the fold of Tafik. So it's been bittersweet emotions for me, but very, very happy with the game that we played here today.
So painful to lose such games, where you at the upper end, where we are playing well. A team that the whole first 45 minutes they didn't have a shot on target. We were in charge, we were in control. And
if we don't hit teams, especially with chances, this is what happens at the end of the day.
And still with Orange FA Cup updates, Orapa United progressed to the semi-finals of the Cup after beating Township Rollers by 2-1 in the just-ended match at the National Stadium. The Ostriches' goals came courtesy of Kweketso Majafi on the 27th minute, with Eric Iwakame scoring the second goal 6 minutes after recess. Mohakuludi Ngeli scored Bupa's consolation goal on the 62nd minute. Let's take a look at the highlights of the game.
Dembe against Kweketso Majafi. Arabona Kweketso Majafi. Abaya tayalele toa Kweketso Majafi. Akokana la jalo the Ostriches noyantla ya Motsameko. Banakhwele. Sansuru Abua Division 1 and 2. Kante Eric Ukame o tshotse lenane no go tswa mo Popafa ra gona le motshameko ntelepele ya loepe a re bone a o ka bano sa metsi tsotso
o bona le palelwa ke go kora le sakore at the same time ko morago le commita the mistake mo boxing le hela le je tota le hela le je o bona lucky a show mo go yena gape we miss I think 2 chances last minute, so what can we do?
My players, my technical team, Orapa United management, our supporters. Without them, we couldn't make it. Going to the game, like I said, we are stepping into this game to attack, and I spoke about the quality and the intelligence, and it paid off because our intention was to capitalize on the half spaces, and it paid off. Look at the second goal that we scored from the attacker who was on the right, capitalize on the half space, and also to overload their centre back. It worked for us.
Meanwhile, the defending champions, Gaborone United, lock horns with Jwaneng Galaxy tomorrow at Dinaledi Football Academy Stadium in the last Orange FA Cup quarter-final match. The Reds, who are the competition's most successful club, having backed the last 3 editions, advanced to the last 8 after overcoming Prisons 11 in the last 32, while in the last 16 they eliminated Security Systems. The Saharapala Dinaledi, on the other hand, secured the last 8 spot after defeating Holy Ghost in the last 32 before knocking out Sabotle FC in the last 16. Kickoff time is 15:30 p.m. And that is all that we had for you from Botswana Tonight Sports Desk. Until we meet tomorrow, have a blessed night. Now let me bring you back to Libile Samoka.
Thank you, Oseho. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Oh yes, definitely.
All right. Now, before we wrap it up, let's take a reminder of our top stories. Media practitioners urged to adhere to professional codes of ethics to ensure that their work contributes to developing a well-informed democratic society. The country unites in shared grief following the accident that claimed 45 lives. And Muslim basketball team narrowly defeats Boto Basketball Club in a Southern Division 2 league match. Well, that is all we had for you this hour. To stay with us, where there's up next.
Good evening and welcome. The weather forecast tonight is brought to you by Kumose Salmonak. This evening, clear skies are visible over the entire country. On Sunday, we're expecting few patches of clouds to be visible over Ngamiland and Chobe district. Elsewhere, clear skies are expected. In the morning, we're expecting some mild temperatures over the entire country, with minimum temperatures ranging between 9 to 13 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, we're expecting some warm temperatures over Hansi Kalagadi, southern southeast Gatlengwene in central and northeast district. Over Ngamiland and Chobe, we're expecting some hot afternoon temperatures with maximums of 31 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, looking at some cities in SADC, we're expecting some clear skies over Maseru, Port Elizabeth, and Johannesburg. We're expecting some partly cloudy conditions over Cape Town. Clear skies are expected over Windhoek, Lusaka, and Harare. Partly cloudy conditions are expected over Beira and Antananarivo. We're expecting some thunder showers over Dar es Salaam, with partly cloudy conditions expected over Kinshasa and Luanda. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
Mo letsatsing la tsatsi jeno re eme ha ile letsatsi la go tswala